Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone's doing incredibly well, guys. I think that there's a lot of the divine feminines who are witnessing the divine masculine and the karmic partner go through a lot of hardship right now, especially when it comes to financial abundance and manifestation. I honestly feel like the divine feminines are enjoying a lot of freedom, and you guys are actually seeing what it's like to be the ones who are on vacation, kicking your feet up, sipping the margarita, whereas a couple of years ago you guys were the ones really struggling and having the tower moments and feeling like you were in rags while your masculine was in riches, right? But now the tables have turned, and I think that's why I brought out the goddess deck here, because as I'm like, the tables have turned, I feel like, yeah, it's the divine feminines wearing the crown now. So let's go ahead and get a message from the goddess deck, and we'll see where the feminines are at right now, because I do feel that the major message here in this reading is that a lot of the divine masculines and the karmic partner, they're experiencing a lot of karma, and this karma has to do with the way that they might have judged you behind closed doors. They might have been laughing at you, divine feminine, because of your job, maybe your family status, the way you grew up, the type of job that you had in the past before. Again, I know that there's a lot of readers that tune in, so before you guys stepped into the YouTube world, or even if it's not the YouTube world, before a lot of you stepped onto your spiritual journey and you were just a little bit inexperienced in life, when many of you met your divine masculines, you stepped onto this twin flame journey, even if you had to kick your masculine's energy to the side to understand what this twin flame experience meant for you. Many of you sacrificed, and you did that, and you started being grateful for everything you had. So if a lot of you out there were doing the types of jobs where it was a lot of hard work, you were on the front lines, you were blood, sweat, and tears, working late hours, maybe working 2 jobs and coming home and doing your 3rd job of being a mama, waking up early, doing it all again the next day. These types of rewards, or the fruits of those labor, it's bared now at this time. So many of you are enjoying the sacrifices that you made, which was, I'm going to stop complaining about life and I'm going to start being grateful for everything I have, because I am blessed and I am lucky. And that was the divine feminine awakening, right? Let me put this down and I'm going to see what these cards have to say about this energy. But I really do feel like a lot of the divine feminines are receiving blessings, because a lot of you pulled your socks up. You started getting up early, you started working, doing your job, doing it with grace. Many of you were taking care of your families and your home, and you weren't complaining. You were just embodying the strength card, where it was just like there was nothing in the way of you doing whatever it is you had to do to survive. And on top of that, look around you and realize that whatever circumstances were around you, it was enough for you to just be grateful for, because there was somebody out there worse off than you. Do you know what I mean? So like, it kept you in a place of being humble for everything you had. And what I mean is, like, a lot of you might have thought to yourself, like, oh, I'm tired of this job, or I wish I had a bigger home, or I wish I had a fancier car. A lot of you were like, listen, I'm grateful to have a home, period. I'm grateful to have a car, period. I am grateful to be alive, period. And as long as I have my health in check, I'm abundantly blessed. And many of you decided to take charge from that attitude, right? Whereas the karmic partners that your masculines have been with, yeah, no, they're still out there complaining, and they're not seeing the bigger picture. And this is why many of your masculines are wanting to come towards you, but not before they face some of the karma that they have judged you for, divine feminines, okay? We have the Peace card coming up. There's no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. Many of you might be feeling guilty. Oh, I don't want my masculine to go through such a hard time where they're isolating, they're not communicating with me. Listen, this is justice taking place. This is your time to enjoy your peace of mind and take care of your family and provide for your family. Give your family everything they need at this time. It's your time to be abundant, divine feminine. Allow your masculines to go through what it is they need to go through. Okay, we also have Vesta, the sense of home, coming up here. Okay, so your household. The household situation is improving, okay? So either love or there's just a healthy change coming up. Many of you are attracting what it is you desire. You're getting really clear on the type of lifestyle that you want at this time, okay? And we have the fertility card coming through here. Okay, so it's the perfect time for you to start new ideas, new projects. Okay, and it says new conditions as well, like give birth to new conditions. Declutter your home. I see the rabbit here as well. Guys, it's winter here. The temperatures have been extremely cold, and I've seen a rabbit 2 times. I'm like, what are you doing, you cute little bunny? Like, there's snow everywhere. But I guess, you know, they certainly come out to like forage and hunt for food and things like that. But the rabbit might be a totem for some of you right now to be very resourceful. And just like to think quick and don't make mistakes or don't take things for granted, because with the fertility card coming through, it's like, don't miss opportunities. Don't let opportunities pass you by is what I'm getting, because, and even my son has been bringing up the story of the tortoise and the hare, and I'm like, why does he keep talking about the tortoise and the hare? And then I keep thinking about how there's times at night where I stare out my window and I've seen a rabbit twice, and the same thought came into my head. I'm like, aren't they supposed to be hibernating? But I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's rabbits that come out in winter to forage for food again. But I kept thinking about the story of the tortoise and the hare and how the rabbit decided to take a nap, you know, just kind of taking things for granted. And he fell asleep, and of course the tortoise won the race, and he was like shocked. So I'm just telling you guys, like, don't take a nap right now. Stay on guard and stay focused on what it is you want. What you want also might have to do with a lot of your desires. Like, again, I talked about in their reading last night, experience the desire to be free and flirt and extend your lighthearted energy to others is what I'm getting. It makes me think of that message, that exact message from the Romance Angel Oracles. But yeah, many of the divine feminines are experiencing a lot of abundance right now. Like, you're fertile. Many suitors, again, are coming towards you. Even like the bunny rabbit too. Again, it's coming into my thoughts as being very like sexual, especially with the energy of like Astara and fertility. Okay, so I'll show you guys the bunny rabbit here with her energy, the message of fertility. And in the reading yesterday where I talked about the masculines are spying and they're kind of observing the divine feminines experiencing this type of flirtatious energy, you know, feeling very playful. And maybe they themselves are wanting to experience that because, again, with the endings happening right now in their karmic situations, being flirtatious and sexy and free is like the last thing on their mind right now, because they need to really dig through a lot of these karmic holes that they've dug. And the last card we have is Goddess Ona, which is easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And I also said that in my last message to you guys. So if you haven't checked out the previous reading that I did, please be sure to do so, because I am getting that many of the divine masculines are going a little bit crazy right now because they are feeling stagnant and stuck in their own situations. But these karmic endings are certainly happening in 2022. But I feel like easy does it is, don't go rushing in to try to rescue the divine masculines, feminine. Continue to enjoy your solitude. A lot of you have worked really hard to get yourself in a place where you are okay by yourself and you are enjoying your own company. So don't go rushing in, okay? Your masculines are doing just fine, okay? So I guess that first portion of the reading was for the divine feminines. Let's go ahead and dig into the masculine energy and see what they want to say to you guys right now with this whole energy in the air of them experiencing the wheel of karma. Because I feel too that many of them are feeling a little bit stuck and stagnant in jobs that, even though it makes them a lot of money, they're just not feeling on top of the world because they might have to deal with like shitty bosses. Yeah, we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here as I'm like fiddling around with it. So I'm going to keep it here as the major arcana, but what I'm seeing here is that many masculines are recognizing this emperor energy within themselves and watching the divine feminines kind of crawl through the mud with this whole twin flame journey and come out on top, really put herself as the first priority. Many of your masculines are now wanting to put themselves as the first priority. Okay, what are they thinking about the feminine? Yeah, she's walking away. We have the Ten of Swords here, okay? It's a completion. A lot of you are learning your lessons now on this journey, and it's painful to really let go of the connection with that big old sword there, and the cups do spill, emotions do fall out. This might represent many of you who have given your masculines an ultimatum where it's like, you know what, like at the end of the day, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to do this in this like intimate and sexual way if I'm still married, or if you're still married, or if this somehow has to be in the dark or it has to be hidden. I mean, I'm over it. Like, at this point, I'm at a place in my thinking or in my mental thought where it's like, I don't deserve this. And as painful as it is to let go of all of the passion, especially with her kind of doing the squeezing motion here, she knows, again, that it's really painful to let this go, but she has to. And this might be for a lot of you who have had a really magnetic connection with your twin flame, where it's been really like intoxicating and sexual and intimate, and at the end of the day, it's just not enough if they've got to hang up the phone with you and go crawl into bed with their wife or their husband, right? At the end of the day, a lot of you know deep down inside that's not what you want. So some type of ending here has occurred, and it feels good to have spoken up or state your boundaries here. And I feel like many of you who have chosen to just really walk away, even though it's been really hard to do so, it's pushing your masculine into this emperor energy. What does he want you to know at this time, divine feminine? I'm coming back home. Okay, so if your masculine is out of town, if he lives in another country, another city, like really far from you, maybe you guys met in your hometown, you guys are old friends, childhood friends. Maybe because of the connection too and how intense it was, he might have stepped away, gone to live in another country, gone to live in another province or another city, another state, because he was like, listen, I can't take this. I need a new start. I need a fresh start. It doesn't feel like a completion with this 10 here without his divine feminine. And so many of your masculines are coming back home. The synchronicity might be that you guys are hearing planes, trains, cars outside your window. For example, if you live on a busy street, you're hearing engines do a lot of revving and things like that. Or you might just be seeing more planes in the sky. Or if you're listening to tarot readings, you might find that there's a pattern with certain readers letting you know that so your masculine is like traveling back to you. So you guys may be among this group here that's the divine feminine, again, just kind of honoring her own energies at this time, but it's not stopping your masculine from trying to come back towards you to show you this new version of themselves in this emperor energy. Okay, what else do they want to let you know? I won't ever speak to you that way again. Okay, so many of them are wanting to return back to you, divine feminine, because they want to show you that they've matured with the emperor energy here, okay? What I'm getting to is like, the emperor himself is like very like fatherly. Do you know what I mean? Like responsible, and like they want to just be there and they want to do the right thing. And if any of you out there who might have kids, or you know that maybe your masculine has kids, and it could go either way. You have kids and your masculine wants you to know that, hey, listen, I've had to take this into consideration. And this is one of the things I've been thinking about, is not only my romantic attraction to you, but it's like, how am I going to be a good example for your kids? And if he has kids, for example, how am I going to be honest with my kids and let them know in a really transparent way that me and their mom are no longer together, but that I have feelings for someone else? You know, so all of these things weigh very heavily on your masculine's minds. And you know, if many of you out there are wondering, when am I going to be in union, when is my twin flame relationship going to come together, I just want you guys to know that if kids are a theme in your connection, be very patient and give this time, okay? Because the universe is certainly going to be working with you very much. And it's really important for you to be connected and clear with your intuition in order to receive this specific guidance, okay? So I feel like I won't ever speak to you that way again as coming from a masculine that is starting to take the bigger picture into consideration when it comes to bringing this connection together. A lot of them have been triggered by maybe like their own karmic situations and being put in a situation where they could possibly risk having access to their children, and sometimes they can get into like a panicked state where they might blame things on you, Divine Feminine, and you've always mirrored back that they need to take responsibility for their own part in this whole twin flame journey, right? Because as much as you try to disconnect, Divine Feminine, and you'll try to stay away, okay, fine, he does have kids, let me just keep my distance and stay away. It doesn't stop him from contacting you, right? So yeah, he's not ever going to speak to you that way again in terms of blaming you, okay? Many of your masculines, because of this Emperor energy, they want to start taking accountability and responsibility. All right, guys, oh my God, I'm 18 minutes in. Holy, I honestly thought, I'm like thinking in my head, this is going to be a nice, short and sweet reading. I think I only have 4 cards out right now, minus the Divine Feminine reading, but I don't know whoever this message is meant for, but it had a lot of heavy emphasis on the Divine Feminine just doing her thing right now. But many of the masculines are experiencing a lot of heavy truth right now. Everything that they judge the Divine Feminine for, they're now experiencing it tenfold. But at the same time, like, they're having a lot of compassion, and they're starting to see just maybe how difficult it was for you also in the connection, Divine Feminine. All right. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next reading. All right. Take care. Bye, guys.